called an Ariflex. Okay? The Ariflex camera was designed during the World War II. This camera is actually the gift of Adolf Hitler. How terrible. But that's a fact. That's a fact. You see, before this camera, they used to be those very big cameras, the Mitchell cameras. If you see some old shooting, they'll all be sitting in the big shooting. And they were big cameras. And Adolf Hitler was doing the Second World War, and he was thinking this is the greatest Ben-Hur that is going to happen. You know? And he said, I want to film the entire Second World War. I want to shoot it perfectly. But then, it was impossible to shoot it with those big cameras. So he said, I want a small camera which can go to the battlefield and somebody can hold it with his hand and shoot it. And so he called two German scientists. One person's name was Arnold and the other person's name was Richter, R-I-C-H. So the two guys together came up with ARI. A-R for Arnold and R-I for Richter. So it becomes the Ariflex camera. So the Ariflex camera is an extremely versatile camera until today. This was invented in 1941 and until today this is the staple piece. Of course they have come through so many variations, but this is still the standard. So, now this is how it sounds. This is how it can you open it inside. Now if I'll open this thing inside, this is how the film runs inside. Okay, this is where the film comes through this and goes up into this. Okay, now you will see that here there is a little pin which pulls it down. Now you can see the pin? You can see the pin here moving? Now that's how the pin pulls down the film. Okay, now I am turning it here frame by frame, but that's not how it runs in the film screen. In the film it runs fast. Now switch it on. You can't even see it. 24 frames a second.
I can see.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, so that's 24 frames a second. You can virtually not see it so fast. So now this has been replaced by this camera. This, all you know, is a digital handycam. Has completely revolutionized the whole thing. So you can see there's a little monitor available here. All of you know how this looks like. All the Kalyana coverages are done by this camera. So, you know, the entire mystery and the uniqueness of this camera is all over. And now it's all this camera. And this is going to be the future, the digital camera. It does not even, many of these cameras don't even need a tape. They record directly on flash cards, you know. And it is just amazing how within my own lifetime, you know, I never saw a camera like this when I went to the film school in Pune in 1976, 73, 76, I studied there. And in my own lifetime, this has come and this is going. Okay? So as a small parting gift for all of you, I'm going to give you all one frame each of a 70 millimeter film. I wanted to preserve it carefully because in the next 20 years, this frame will be worth 20,000 rupees.